to stop it.
Story. Time I watch movies on Pornhub. Usually, you can find some pretty good movies. Like how they have like Shrek on there. Like you can find Avengers. You ever looked up like movies on Pornhub, bro?
I saw Cars and
I
Kung Fu
watched the whole
Panda.
Avengers movie on it.
I saw
Yeah.
Kung Fu Pandas.
So yesterday, I was telling bro like how I watched the Avengers, The Incredibles, and what else? Oh yeah, and Shrek. Like, and I was like, oh, and I thought they were all director's cuts because they all like started like fucking and shit. I was like, oh, this must be director's cut. So yeah. So and then I was about to fall. I fall asleep, right? And I wake up. It's like 6 a.m. Got a good, decent 2 hours of sleep. Little picture me. 13-year-old Mox gets up to go get a bowl of cereal, right?
Puts in the milk first, not the cereal.
No, I put the cereal in first. Like
They were sold out when I went.
bro, I ended up just like I had to milk my cow, bro, to like get the milk.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like everything's like on a shortage of milk right now. So I ended up like eating cereal, and I was like, I want to watch a movie. So go back to Pornhub, obviously, like anyone would. And I look up the movie I wanted to watch. Obviously, I wanted to see the sequel to Shrek. So I look up Shrek 2. And they had nothing, so I was like, oh, sucks. So I look up Toy Story. And lo and behold, there's like this live action version of Toy Story where it's not animated, it's like people playing them. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, this looks cool. This must have been like an edited version, like where they have them all in like suits and they're all like table reading and stuff like that. Yeah. So I end up like clicking on it, and Brazzers theme starts playing. I was like, oh, I mean, obviously it should because it's Pornhub,
Yeah.
And like 20 minutes of like dumb talking goes by. Right, Woody is like, I think something was wrong with his horse because like he was saying how his horse needed to be like dealt with, and like how he wanted her to get on the horse, and it was just like some weird talk. And it was back and forth. It was with the not the cowgirl, the like
Jessie?
Little Bo Peep, or whatever the fuck her name is. Yeah, and no, no. Okay, so I end up just like skipping past all the talking, and I get to like 30 minutes in, and he says he's gonna take out his horse. I was like, oh shit, nice. Finally, I get to see this horse he's been talking about. I wonder if it's the same one from the movies, or if it's, some guy in a horse suit, because it's not edited. So
Yeah.
he just takes off his pants. I'm like, that must be a small horse if it's being able to fit in your pants. It takes off his underwear, right? And I'm like, where's the horse? And you know how I was telling you there's like people with cocks and then monster cocks, and how I was telling you Frozone was like beyond monster cock?
Yeah.
And like when I say I didn't know there was a level above Frozone, it was like 4 levels above Frozone.
4 levels.
A solid 4 levels.
So we're talking about like sea channel right here, bro.
I'm talking about like you can be across the campus of your high school and it would still be touching you. Like he'd be
Okay.
and like obviously I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like it was huge, like the size of my right leg. So
okay.
I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? And it cuts. I was like, oh, maybe it is edited. Maybe I'm watching the wrong version. And it comes back. I look away for like a split second because I heard a noise in my room. I was like hell, it's like early ass in the morning. No one should be awake, right? Loud ass noise. So I look away my phone a little bit, and then all I hear is, I'm like, whoa, what is going on, dude?
The horse might be kicking somebody.
Yeah, I was like, is the horse beating up some guy? Like, is the person okay? And I look back, and she's like his thing, but he's on top of him. but she looks like she's dying, you know, like she was screaming for help, and it was all types of weird. So I skipped forward like 20 minutes, and like I put my headphones in because I was like, I don't want my parents to think I'm like listening to the wrong thing. I put my headphones in, and then all I hear is, I'm like, whoa! So I got down to my phone, and like he has this thing back out, and he's like rubbing it like really fast while like she's directly in front of it, and like I don't know what I was telling you. Apparently they're doing crossovers with Spider-Man now in Toy Story, because out of nowhere, dude, like Spider-Man's like
blink for a second.
Yeah, like blink for a second. I think Spider-Man came out of nowhere and shot his webbing in her face because there was just like this weird white goo all over your face. I was like, when?
Well, I mean, what else could it be?
Maybe some Go-Gurt that he might have spilled. You know, I don't know. But
Maybe, I don't know, man.
But like that's there, and I'm like, whoa, what's that? I'm obviously intrigued at this point. Like, I'm trying to wonder, like, going second through second where Spider-Man came in. And I can't find him. But apparently Spider-Man was inside his thing because it came out of it. And I was like, is that where you went after Thanos snapped his fingers? So I was like, I don't know. And I click off of it. I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to watch this. I didn't see Spider-Man, so I was like, obviously a little mad. All of a sudden, dude, loud ass bang at my door. I'm like, oh no, maybe my parents think I'm like watching the wrong thing. I open it. Lo and behold, big ass black man.
Oh damn.
He like it looks like he just got off of work from Walmart. Has a name tag on and everything. Tyrone.
What's his name? Tyrone.
Tyrone Wiltshire. So I'm like, whoa, who are you? What are you doing in my house?
Yeah.
And he's like, this man's like 6 feet tall. You know, at the time I'm only like 5'1", and I'll look up, and he looks down. And you know how like those where the in those like movies where like they're bullfighting, and like the bull like breathes and like hot air comes out of its nose because he's mad. I look up and that shit happens, bro, and I'm like, whoa! And then he just looks down at me, takes a second, he goes, bend over, white cracker, and I'm like, whoa! That's not nice. What if I called you an N-word? He's like, you would get a lot more than this dick. I was like, whoa! I don't need that in my life. I asked him nicely, can you please leave? And he said, yeah, sure. I was like, oh, I guess all you really need to do is ask nicely. Yeah, you know. And I was about to close the door, right? And it's like closed, like slightly, and he throws his hand through my my door, grabs me by the neck, and pulls me through the door. And I was like, whoa! Stop it! This is hurting me. Yeah, dude. I'm like, you know, 9-year-old me, so you know I don't have that much vocabulary.
Wasn't it 13?
His fist threw me back in time a couple years.
Okay. Reasonable.
And I'm out here like, play steps. It's hurting, dude. Like really hard. And then I look up at him, you know, 15-year-old me sitting there. And
into the future.
I mean, I guess so, bro. And he like puts this behemoth. It was like Frozone times 3,000. Could not believe it. Let's just say I was.
It was like a flash grenade as soon as you saw that thing, basically.
I didn't think it existed until
you saw it.
Until it slapped me across the forehead.
Oh, okay. Across my head. Across goddamn.
Before he slapped, he ran like down the block, and I was like, oh, thank God he's leaving. But he was just building force. He was just like, he was gaining speed. And I see him running back at me at like Mach 7, dude. And then it hits me, literally. Across the face, couldn't feel nothing. Unconscious. Wake up.
Damn.
I wake up I believe is like 7 hours later. In some, like a weird...
Random apartment.
yeah, a random apartment. I look over. I wake up on a bed. I was like, maybe he wasn't that bad. He must have taken me home and like taken care of me. He must have felt bad. And I see him. I'm like, thank you, sir. And he looks at me in the eyes and tells me, and just whispers into my ear, just saying, does it hurt? I'm like, does what hurt? I look down, and his monster behemoth was in me, dude. I was like,
That's impossible.
oh yeah, I was like, that's impossible. How would I not feel this? And apparently, was slapping me, threw me 13 miles away, breaking like every bone in my ass. So it's dumb. So I was like, that's why I'm not feeling anything.
Oh, I see.
I asked him nicely if he may like please remove it and like give me some, it's like something to heal. And he's like, I have something special that you can drink that will heal you. I'm like, can I please have it? He's like, beg. So I started like begging, right? And I don't know where I don't know what Spider-Man was doing throughout this whole situation. Like he could have helped me. All of a sudden, instead of helping me, he shoots his webs into my face.
Okay.
And I'm like,
I'm not Spider-Man.
yeah, bro. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, could have helped me, you know? 4-year-old kid, like broken bones.
What happened to the 50-year-old kid?
Bro, I'm back in time. Anti-dimensional penis. And I'm like, at this point, my vocabulary is just gone. So I'm like,
You're stuttering.
fuck, nigga.
Whoa.
He's like, whoa.
Whoa, how does a 5-year-old know this?
He's like, whoa. Can't say that to me. And I was like, I just did. Fucking nigger. And you know like that the one story of
Beauty and the Beast?
I don't know, that Little Red Riding Hood, where like the guy with the axe like runs in and saves the day. But instead of it being a crazy man with an axe, it was just a man in like white robes with like a cross across his chest, like holding.
Oh no, a cross and fire.
Yeah, it was like fire, and I think it was a ghost because like it looks at me, and it goes and the black man looks up and he gets all scared.
You were like, what's happening? What's happening?
I was like, what's going on? And
Yeah,
it like
he had a giant K on his chest.
and Martin Luther King comes out of nowhere, like to save the day, and he's like, you can't do this. You can't do this. I will shoot you with my civil rights beam.
Oh no.
And like lasers fly out of his eyes and they kill the ghost. But then Trump comes out of nowhere, screams the N-word, dude, and everything just explodes. Wake up.
Damn. It was actually a dream.
I wake up, I'm assuming like in my bed. So I was like, that has to be a dream. Lo and behold, I look down. I'm in a full body cast. And then I close my eyes. All of a sudden, I'm coming out the womb. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh damn. Went back again. 50 years.
And then I close my eyes again, and I'm on my deathbed. Like, whoa!
Wow.
And I blink again, and I'm back in bed. Like nothing. And it's like nothing ever happened.
No. You were actually watching Toy Story. You just went to sleep.
Yeah. No, I looked down. It's like it's still playing Toy Story.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's...
I slowly like look at the time, and it's like It's about to be 7 a.m. and I'm like, cocaine's a hell of a fucking drug, and I just fall asleep.
Okay. And right.
Yeah, the end. Now we'll continue in part 3 of Pornhub stories. That's where I wake up next to Donald Trump. That's another story.
Cut. That's it. That's the video right there.
Well, now it's story time.
Bro, just upload it like that.